Chapter 4, Section 6, Comparing and Ordering Fractions. So there are a bunch of ways you could do this. If they have the same denominator, you just 5/8 or 3/8. This is the easiest way. I mean, 5/8 is bigger than 3. 5 is bigger than 3. When they say have the same denominator, that's the easiest way. When they have the same numerator, well, the one with the smaller number is going to be bigger. It's just it just starts getting squirrelier when you do this stuff. Anyways, but 2/6 is smaller than 2/4. Compared to a half, I mean, this is a half. This is less than a half. That's it, right here, which is it closer to a half or yeah, greater or less than a half. This is more than a half. This is less than a half, or closer to a half or one. Which one's closer to one? Well, as the numbers get bigger, like if you had 13 out of 14, so the the bigger they get, the closer you're going to get to 1. If you had 1/2, and then 13 out of 14, well, 13 out of 14 is going to be closer to 1. And then here's just the easiest way that this book doesn't show is if you go this way, 5 times 8 is 40, then go that way, 8 times 3 is 24. 40 is bigger than 24, so that fraction is bigger than that one. Here, when you 8 is less than 12, so it's less than. 42 is bigger than 16, so this one's bigger, the first one's bigger. 49 is bigger than 48, see how that one's so close? So anyways, 7/8 is bigger. The other way is just get common denominators. If you multiply both these by 7, you get 49 over 56. You multiply both these by 8, you get 48 out of 56. And then it's like this, you can tell. But and cross, you got to do this one first. So that's just the easiest way to tell. Like here, anyways, if 6/9 is greater than 6/10. But 60 is bigger than 54. Now this is the easiest way. 8 out of 14 is less than 9 out of 14 when they have the same denominator. You should just know that. Like, do it like easy, 1/4 and 2/4. 1/4 is less than 2/4. Okay, this is a half, and that's less than a half, so 3/8 is less than a half. This is over half, and that's less than a half, so 9/16 is greater than 3/7. But again, 6 is less than 8. 63 is greater than 48. Or 15, this is a tougher one here. I'm going to use this. If I that's 48, and that's cross 58. 48 is less than 50. And here, again, 18 is greater than 16, so 3/8 is greater than 2/3. The bigger the numbers get, the closer, like if you had 1/2 and then this, I mean, the bigger the numbers when they're just 1 apart, the closer it gets to 1. So this one's going to be bigger than that one. I don't feel like doing the crisscrossing. And I think we just did that one, didn't we? Anyways, 70 and 64. 7/16 is bigger than 4/10, greater than. 47. This is more than a half and this is less than a half, so I can do it that way. That's friendly. Oh yeah, and here's how they show. You just rename them so they both have the same denominator. That's times 2 times 2, that's 6/8. You make them so they have, this is times 3 times 3, that's 9/12. Times 4 times 4, that's 8/12. 9's bigger, and that's the easiest way when they have the same denominator. Easy way. But here you just go crisscross. 9 is bigger than 8. Right? And then when you have mixed numbers, well, if 2 is bigger than 1, you're done. You don't have to worry about the fraction part. When the 4's are the same, then you're just looking at, and then you just look at the fractions. That's less than a half, and that's more than a half. So, anyways, this one's less than that. And then when one's mixed and one's improper, I would make it into a mixed number. That's 3 and 5/9. Well, 2 is less than 3, so you're done. Kind of thing. So number 30. This is, if you look at it, if that's 8 out of 24, that'd be a third. So it's less than a third. If this was 10 out of 30, that would be a third. This is more than a third. That's what I would have done to do it in my head, but here that's 210, and this is gonna be more than 210. Anyways, this is less than that. This becomes 6 or 3 and a 6 because you multiply add. Just whatever you do, just check. When you're doing these, just look at this one and make sure it's that one. 6 times 3 is 18 plus 1 is 19. And forget the 3's, 1 is less than 5. And here, just make it, that's 2 and 4/5. Forget the 2's, that's less than a half, that's more than a half, so this is less than. Hope you had a good day.